Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. What up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you can make it. I got my people on YouTube, Facebook, and X. What's up, YouTube? Give it up for YouTube, man. What's up, Wolfpack? Yo. Oh, come on. Is it acting crazy? Feels jerky herky. Man, what is going on with this thing, man? This connection. Damn. Shit. Looks jerky herky. How's it going, Buck Bewley? Black Mamba, my moderators on YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for moderating. I hope the volume is okay. I'm feeling good tonight. I just wish my computer. You never know how this connection's going to be. I can't test this. How we doing? It looks crazy. Is it crazy or what? Damn it. Nothing I can do about that part. Do I look like I'm doing a robot? Yo. All right. Always something. Let me check my comments, man. What's up? Do a speed test. Nah, it's not a connection speed issue. It's a website issue, my brother. I'm gonna go in there. It's StreamYard. It's not a lot of settings, bro. I got an average connection over here running all this stuff. But I feel you though. Back in the day when I was new to it, you know what I'm saying? It may have been an issue. What I can do, testing, is I can Well, let me do this. One time I think I did this. One time I think I cut off my camera for a second. I stopped and restarted the camera. Testing. I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. So look, it looks like the quality is okay. I guess we could keep going, guys. I don't want to reboot. I can't see too good. Hey, Wolfpack people, what's up? So if you're new to the show, this is a politics show, U.S. politics. That's what we cover on this show. We also cover breaking news and Black culture. We do all that right here on the Tim Black Show. I got some great people that support what we do. And those people in the comments section, there's the Tim Black Wolfpack and the VIPs. So let's see the VIP people, man. Here we go. Boom. VIP people lining up. Yo, VIP people lining up. And those are the people. Looks good here. Okay, we let it go, Buck. I'm not going to worry about it. Thank you, Buck. That's what's most important. As long as the viewing experience is okay over there. Maybe it could just be because I'm hot. I say, let me, I got ties I haven't wore in 5, 6, 10 years. I was like, let me put these ties on. God, it's hot. I think it's just his hat. Could it be the hat, Johnson? Could it be the caffeine in the tea? This is a special tea, guys. It's an organic green tea. Of course, I got a little honey in it for my throat. In traditional, I'm not even going to tell them. They need to, somebody with a tea company need to sponsor me. Damn it. Sponsor the Tim Black Show. Yeah. That's what they need to do. Maybe it could just be I'm wearing this hat. I got all this going on. So Wolfpack, you guys ready for a little content? We did a good show last night, man. A lot of great people tuned into the show last night. We did good numbers, and the Tim Black Wolfpack are the people that hold us down. Patreon.com, Tim Sake Live, or go to Join Tim Black, become a member of the show. Also, you can join right here on YouTube. You can do your thing. Also, to support independent media, also to get something from the show, I recommend a Tim Black mug. Go to timblackmug.com. My mug has water in it. You can put whatever you want in yours. You can also put it in the microwave and the dishwasher. What else? Tim Black Legacy mug, $20 to your door. I pay shipping. You don't pay shipping. People hate to pay shipping. So you don't pay shipping. $20 flat fee, and I bring it to your door. Well, I deliver it. I have it sent to your door. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. And thanks, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Black Mamba, and thank you, Buck Bewley. Thank you, VIPs, for doing what y'all do. Thank you for supporting this channel and helping it continue to grow. And we do what we do, what we have. And I want to thank the people that have been holding us down. Shout out to Sharon Brown, Ebony, Good Looks Gaming, Undisputed Truth, Tobias Grove, Chris Jones, Cat Negrita. Yo, what's up? How you doing? The VIPs. Rank Station. Tahanga, what's up? Moa Man, what's happening? Valerie, what's up, Valerie? I got you, Valerie. I use your comment in a video. So I made you. I hope I make you popular or more popular. Sable Winters, what's up, sister? Good to see you. Sable Winters, my sister. Itole. Bodhista. Bodhisattva. What is going on? Rank Station, did I hit you? Ronk. Yo. Kiki. Hey, Kiki, do you love me? Boy, Drake, you want Drake supporter. It's good to see some of y'all still exist. That brother got it bad, man. It's probably A minor. Goodness gracious. Lord, what did he do? What did him do? Imagine. Look, guys, I've been in some beefs. You ever been in some beefs with people? I'm sure we've all beefed with people, had disagreements. Maybe it got a little ugly, a little chippy. Can you imagine having a beef that went so far that millions of people were laughing at you all at one time? And sang a song dissing you? There were 75-year-old Asian women at home watching football, Super Bowl, going A minor. They don't even know who Drake is, but they A minor. It's catchy. Goodness gracious, man. Tough room, man. Tough room. Woo! That's what you call a bad week, Johnson. That's what you call a bad week. So look, let's go ahead and jump into it. We might as well keep going. The Super Bowl. Man, the Super Bowl. Look, I haven't usually watched Super Bowls lately. Typically, I'm very busy. I catch what I catch, but I watched this one for the most part. And it was interesting to see all that I saw. There have been a lot of reactions about the halftime events at the Super Bowl. A lot of reactions about that. I don't know, man. The outcome of the Super Bowl, first of all, was devastating if you were a Chiefs fan, because they got their butts kicked. Kicked. I say that right? They got their butts whooped up and down the football field. It was an embarrassment. It was horrible. Now the defense, when you got a defense like that, just shut it down. Okay? This is some of the reactions of people about the game. They were pissed because Donald Trump, first time a sitting president went to a Super Bowl. And when I found out that stat, I was like, what? No other president thought it'd be a good idea to go to the Super Bowl and get all that publicity? Trump's just, he on another level when it comes to working media, man. Here goes some of the reaction after the Chiefs got whooped by the Philadelphia Eagles. Here goes some Chiefs fans reacting to the devastating loss.
The reason why we didn't win is the other reason why we didn't win because the fucking Trump was at the goddamn game. God damn it! Trump should not have been at our fucking game. Fucking, and that was the other reason why we didn't win. The other reason why we didn't win because the fucking Trump was at the goddamn game. God damn it!
Wow, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, I don't think that's why you lost. I think it has something to do with that defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, because that defense, it whooped your ass. That's what it was. I don't think it was Trump. Yeah, Trump couldn't suit up and come out there. No, it wasn't Trump. Nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. So Kansas City fans took a pretty hard what happened, but look, they're still an amazing team. They did amazingly well. This is their third Super Bowl in a row, but they lost this one, but they went like 3 times in a row. I mean, come on. Do you have to have all the trophies? Can't have all the trophies. Somebody got to get it. So Philly got it. Someone said, Tim Black, I can never root for the Philly. And I guess it's because of what happened to Mike Vick, you know. And believe me, man, if you let a little thing like racism or bigotry or discrimination or unfair treatment or bias make you not want to root for a team or support a team or watch a game, you never watch any games at all because there's always that, man. I'm from D.C. Look what they did to Darryl Green. Darryl Green got, they treated him horrible here in D.C. when he was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl in D.C. Now, I don't know if it was the entire league, but it was a big deal here for us. And they did not give the guy the money or the prestige he deserved. It took another 30 years, 20 years or so for them to treat him right. So I understand perfectly. But remember, I wasn't rooting for the Eagles. I was just watching, and I had a feeling they'd win because when I heard Stephen A. Smith say the Eagles got a hellified defense team, I said, oh, I'm going with defense. Yeah, I just had a feeling. All right, so besides the game being what it was, the halftime game was the other game. Okay, so Samuel Jackson, he was there. He played Uncle Sam and Steven from Django character, which was amazing. Kendrick Lamar, of course. It was his Super Bowl. His halftime Super Bowl performance was everything people were talking about. And it's kind of funny, man, the way people are. They either liked it or they hated it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. But then again, I'm a person that's on the internet all the time. I use the internet, so I know what the music was about. I know what was happening. I understand what's happening with Drake and with Kendrick Lamar. And I knew a good amount of the songs. I didn't know all of them. But I understand his rhyme flow, his rhyme structure. But I'm a hip hop head. I like Kendrick. I admire his music, But I don't think some people understand that the Super Bowl gets everybody. There are people that are not hip hop fans who couldn't even keep up with what he was saying. But see, this is the thing we do in America. We got to stop doing this. We really do. We got to stop doing it. We make everything about race. I don't care what it is. Just because an older person's like, what the hell are you talking about? What? That doesn't mean it was racism, man. Some people just didn't understand what he was saying. Come on, man. It's not like this is the old and the hip hop, a hibbit. They still wouldn't understand that, but at least you hear what I'm saying. And a hip hop, a hibbit to the hibbit. Like you hear that. Bang, bang, a boogie, say up. No, Kendrick don't rap like that. You know, he's dropping soliloquies and metaphors, and they like, what's this got to do with? Why is he singing about the scales? Why is he singing A minor? What is that? And not like who? And what is us? And the bus, not like the bus? What is going on? And all the Mars, the cars, stars, all the stars, I don't understand. And why is he humble? I thought rappers are braggadocious. I don't understand. Be humble. It's a good message, but it's a little weird for a Super Bowl where they're spending all this money, and I don't get. And like usual, what I'm saying is people were still making this about race, and it's like, yeah, some of it, of course, that exists, but just because they weren't into the rapper who raps pretty fast, doesn't mean. Also, so here goes some of the takeaways from the media people that were commenting about the Super Bowl. Once again, the Super Bowl performance. I liked the performance. I enjoyed it for the record. I thought it was entertaining. We'll come back to that more. Here goes the ladies at The View with their comments.
Okay, well, I don't do sports. I don't do football, so I wasn't watching the game. But listen, I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime. Because you remember last week we were talking about whether the NFL was capitulating to Trump by removing the term "end racism" from the end zone. Yeah. Boy, did they not capitulate to Trump. When I saw Samuel L. Jackson dressed as a black Uncle Sam introducing Kendrick Lamar, who then had like an entire formation of all black people making a U.S. flag. Listen, this much I know. All the black people on my feed were like, ooh, this is blackity black black. And all the racists who somehow get in, man, were they hopping mad. So if the racists are mad, I am happy as a clam.
When you say racist, you do mean some Latinos, right? You say racist, so not just whites, right? Because one of the things I don't like about Anna Navarro is she likes to play the racism game. See what I'm saying? She went right to racism. I'm sure that there were some trolls, and there was a lot of trolls, but I just want y'all to know. A lot of people be dissing black people, not just white people. It'd be a lot of Latinos, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, like all that, Cubans. It's a lot of anti-black. It's not just from Trump and MAGA. Okay? A lot of Trump people were very happy to have Trump at the Super Bowl, and I didn't see a lot of Trump people. I did not see a lot of Trump people pissed off about the Super Bowl performance. They didn't even know what was going on for the most part. They were happy to see that I saw when they saw Samuel Jackson up there. So I did not get that vibe at all. I got people that were bitter that they didn't get white people on stage, but those are the racists. Those are the racist people. But I just want to be clear. It wasn't just white people who were doing that. So Anna likes to play the race shit, but it ain't. I just want to be clear. So, yeah, I agree, but I disagree.
Huge celebration of New Orleans, and you can't celebrate New Orleans without celebrating black culture. Yeah. Welcome to Black History Month, you all.
This is pandering. This is pandering. This is what I don't like. I don't like the idea, once again, what is Anna talking about? This is Black History. She don't even watch football. Did you even watch it? She said she saw this on her timeline. Did you even sit through the NFL halftime, Anna? See what I'm saying? She reading some shit somebody wrote down for her to say that plays into a narrative. That's what I don't like. I don't feel like it's genuine. I think she's on some BS, and she's just doing whatever she needs to do, say whatever she needs to say to fit into that narrative. They want to stick it to Trump. Trump had a good night. Philly had a good night. It was a good Super Bowl. Only problem was one team had a better defense, a much better defense. But that's not all. There was some other stuff that happened. There was, and now this, when she says Trump had a bad night, I was looking at the ads. I was looking at the way people, the new electricity, the new vibe, so to speak. Okay, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at this ad from Jeep. Have you seen this Jeep ad? It'll tell you what I mean.
Longest thing we ever do is live our lives. But life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Might have been nice, huh? But that means we get to write our own stories. Freedom is yes, or no, or maybe. Freedom is for everybody, but it isn't free. It's earned. There are real heroes in the world, but not the ones in the movies. Real heroes are humble.
Yeah, I felt like was getting back to like this nostalgic, like nationalistic type point of view. America, we are the shining star. It was like this electricity of a time like under Bush. I haven't seen this since Bush, where America was talking this inspirational, aspirational type of American type vibe. So that's why I said I disagree with Anna. You get what I'm saying? Because this is more of the vibe I was feeling from the Super Bowl in general. Like an American awakening, whatever, right? Of this. And look, and some people get this is scary stuff for some, for others, they're motivated by it. I look at it as propaganda. I look at it as a selling like thing and trying to sell us on this idea. So that's how I see it. Some people are saying that the Kendrick Lamar performance itself was like groundbreaking. And they're very excited about it. They're like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar had a message within a message, and all this stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, man, and I might be kind of unique in this. Because I see people commenting, I see people with reparations. And I'm like, nah, he didn't. I think it's time that if we want to send a message, we send a message. I don't use code words to tell you how I feel about whatever I feel here. People talk about Kendrick had all these code words and all this deciphering. Man, if I need a decoder ring to watch your performance, to, I don't know, see you dropping breadcrumbs, Easter eggs, I ain't come here to go Easter egg hunting. Like, I'm watching your video, I'm watching your performance. If you got something to say that shit. At the Olympics, when they held the fists up, when they did the Black Panther fist in the air joint, it didn't even need words, right? I know it's been co-opted, but what I'm saying is, to me, protest is bold. It's to the point. It's blunt. You don't need nobody to interpret it for you. You don't need 50 TikTok videos of random people telling you, like this is a Jordan Peele movie. Or Donald Glover video or episode, right? Where you got to go pick out, oh, he meant this when he said this, and when he said that, it pointed there. Did you see this? And let me circle this thing over here and over there. There was this thing over here. Did you miss that? See, you're not paying attention because this means this and that means this. And I got time for all that. Say what it is. That's revolutionary, to be bold. If you are sticking it to the man and the man don't even know he got stuck, you ain't stick him. That makes sense? Like I said, that ain't gonna be like the general, that ain't gonna go over too well with some people because some people like to follow the crowd, right? They think it makes sense to cloak the message in some, to cloak it in something, man. But remember, I put my face out here every damn day. I go up against the powers that be every day. Excuse me if I ain't super duper impressed with somebody else who has a bigger platform, all the money in the world, all the notoriety, a Grammy, a Pulitzer Prize, and that person can't even say, boom, here it is, take it or leave it. This is how we feel it. But for me, y'all want the world. For me, I gotta risk it all, never be able to work again, and can't go on this show and can't do that to prove I'm real. But Kendrick and other people that you admire, they can be encumbered by their positions. They can be protecting their bag. They can they can cloak their revolutionaryism, their radicalism in code words, in Easter eggs. Yeah, I don't prescribe to the need for deciphering of my intentions. When I say go to hell, I mean go to hell. I don't mean the metaphorical place. When I say this is some bullshit, I don't mean I really like it, but I'm just saying that to throw the man off. And when I say the Democratic Party is a burning house, I don't mean anything other than the metaphor of a burning house, but I'm talking about the Democratic Party. But you know, they're not like us. All right, guys, so let's go to the next one, fam. Hey. I enjoyed it. Okay. Oh, Tip Black, why'd you gotta be like that? What, purposeful? Have a point? Be meaningful? Not be shallow? My bad. I don't know how to be the other way. I'm sure a lot of other people you watch will be the other way. Look, I wanna acknowledge, right? I want to acknowledge all the people that came through, man, and who've been sharing the content lately. We've been doing a really good job of getting our content out the door. I want to thank people that have been not only watching, but sharing it with other people that have been taking the time out to drop me a line, to email me, to text, DM. You people really been on top of it, man. I'm getting a lot of feedback. So thank you for all you do. I appreciate y'all. Keeping things pushing, Johnson. As upset as people were, as they're taking digs at Trump's, whatever he does, there's always going to be critics, and that's their job. Don't get it twisted. I understand that their job is to criticize Trump. They're going to do that. I just wish they criticize him for stuff that deserves criticism. But the lucky streak, or the hot streak, I should say, that he's on currently, all the criticism in the world don't take the score off the board. He's burning up the charts right now. And when I say he's burning up the charts, I mean that literally.
Showing that Americans seem to be liking what they're seeing, but it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, look, but it's not just CBS. You know, I like to take an average of the polls. And holy smokes, I mean, look at what the difference is between now versus 8 years ago during the first Trump term, right? This is Trump's net approval rating on February 10th. You go back to 2017, Trump was already underwater at -5 points on the net approval rating. That's approval minus disapproval. What a difference 8 years makes. He's on the positive side of the ledger at +4 points. And again, it's not just the CBS News poll. We're talking about the Gallup poll. We're talking about the Ipsos poll. We are talking about the Pew poll. All of these respective pollsters have Trump in a better position now than they did 8 years ago. The bottom line is Americans are far more likely to say they like what they're seeing now versus what they felt during Trump's first term.
Okay, so how rare is this? Are you going to show us sort of where we're at now and how rare it is that this number
Yeah, so
changes?
I want you to take a look at this plus sign, right? Compare that to the negative sign. Being on the plus side of the ledger, right? In positive net approval territory, a positive net approval rating for Donald Trump. Again, whoa. Entire first term, just 11 days, Donald Trump had a net positive approval rating. Compare that to the second term, just so far. Every single day of Trump's second term so far, he has been on the positive side of the ledger. 21 days, all 3 weeks. That's already 10 more days than he was in his entire.
Jesus, that's crazy. I don't care who you are, where you come from. That's a hell of a statistic. I don't care. That's a hell of a statistic. And another thing people got to recognize is that somebody's stinking up the place. Yeah, the team on the other side of the ball, they are non-existent. They get blown out. They get blown out. They get blown out worse than the Chiefs right now. I mean, did you see this? There's nothing. I mean, every day with all the bad news, all the negative news, all the negative talk, all the BS complaining, all of the stuff they've been saying, even with Jasmine Crockett going on every channel, every chance of saying white supremacy, racist, orange man bad, with every day. Remember, every day the machine's still going. Joy Reid's doing their thing. Morning Joe is trying to be a backhanded compliment, and then this, and then everybody's got negative things to say with all the corporate media arsenal. And at the end of the day, it don't matter. Kendrick said you can't buy influence. Told you I like Kendrick.
All of these respective polls.
How rare it is that this
Yeah,
number
so
changes.
I want you to take a look at this. Second term, just so far, every single day of Trump's second term so far, he has been on the positive side of the ledger. 21 days, all 3 weeks. That's already 10 more days than he was in his entire first term. So again, this is just another sign that Americans are far more likely to like what they're seeing in his second term than they were during his first term.
He also won the popular vote in his second term, so it stands to reason that there would be more people that would approve of some of what he's doing. Is there something that Americans say about why it is that they like him now more than they did back in the first term?
You know, I think one of the things that's so important for politicians is for folks to believe what they're saying and that they're keeping their campaign promises. So I think this gives you a pretty gosh darn good idea of what may be going on. Trump's doing what he promised to do. You go back to April of 2017, it was just 46% of all Americans who said that Trump was doing what he promised to do. Compare that now to February of 2025. You know, there was a good show that was on during the 1990s called A Different World. That is what's going on right now. We're living in a different world. 70% of Americans say Trump is doing what he promised to do. Again, compare that to April of 2017 when it's just 46%, when Americans are 24 points more likely to say that you're doing what you promised to do. It's no wonder that your net approval rating is much more likely to be on the positive side of the ledger than on the negative side. And so far, what we're seeing, again, is Americans, 21 days so far versus just 11 days during his entire first term, that Trump has a positive net approval rating.
Yeah, man, I guess doing what you say you're going to do is a very important aspect to people liking what you do. And that's what they elected him for. So basically what we're saying is all those Democrats that are howling mad, that are pissed off, jumping out the room with what Trump's doing, well, that's what they elected him to do. And when you got people saying, why are you doing these mass deportations? He ran on it. When he's looking at the bloat in the government agencies, he ran on it. He said the only thing he said Ukraine. He said he'd end the war in Ukraine. Hasn't done it yet. Then there was Hamas, the Gaza. I think he said he was going to bring Gaza to a close. First day, right? So he's working on it, but so there's still some things to do, but there is movement in those. There is movement in it. I will say though, if you're pissing off the other side, that's good. Yeah. And it also frees you up to do other things. Yeah. Other things that Trump is doing while all this frenzy of activity is happening that the media is fixated on, because that's what the media does. The media doesn't necessarily report what's best to report. They report what's more interesting, what people's eyeballs want to be, what's better for the corporation. So that's sort of like what they've been focused on. They want to keep the bickering going on. They want to keep the fight going on between Democrats and Republicans. Frankly, it's good for the bottom line. And Trump's helping them do that. Trump is helping them do that by what? By continuing to do things that tick off Democratic Party. That's how he does it. Yeah, and look, and I'll say this: there are some of us who agree with it and those that don't agree with it. I get that, but recognize that's what you wanted Biden to do. At least I thought you did. But then when we start getting into Biden or to get into Kamala, I can't really say what she would do, but she didn't differentiate herself much from Biden. But a lot of Democrats, they kind of vote based on he's not racist, based on feeling like, I don't know, like they were running on Trump as evil. So what really was Joe Biden ever planning to do? His whole thing was, I'm not Trump. And do you wonder why you lost? Yeah. By the time of Joe Biden's term coming, but by the time he was ending his first term, people were like, shit, Trump could have ran on not being Biden. But he didn't. He did not run on that, did he? See, that's lazy. Kamala tried to run on that. I'm not Trump. And then at the last minute, she said, oh, I guess I need to throw some policies in here because this shit ain't working. Yeah, it's not. So the Democrats could take a lot of lessons from what Trump has done, but I'm glad they didn't because once again, I'm trying to get Black America out of the burning house, which is the Democratic Party. Yeah, I think we need to come out. I think we need to stop voting for the same party. No matter what, no matter what they say or what they do, they're getting our vote. That's not good. That's not good. If you're gonna just come home anyway, just gonna come back to it anyway. A party that abuses you, well, that's not helpful. That's not healthy. Yeah, not good at all. Hakeem Jeffries. I saw a video of Hakeem Jeffries. Where's Hakeem Jeffries? I saw him crying about this. And I thought it was interesting. Do I have Hakeem here? Hakeem Jeffries put it very plainly. And it's only a 10-second clip now that I think about it. But Hakeem Jeffries said, hey, the Democrats own nothing. The Republicans, that's their government. They're at the helm. They're driving the car, and all we can do is sit in the back. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much where it is. I hate to, be so blunt, but it's right about that. But the problem is that's not the way it had to be. But it is that way, and I'm glad it's that way. Because once again, I need things to change in this country. And the Democrats weren't changing anything. The Democrats are continue to do what they've been doing. So that's where we are. Trump's killing it. He's killing it with his base. Does that mean it's amazing? Well, time will tell, right? I don't know how amazing it is, but I know what we had before this was unacceptable to a lot of Americans. Whether it was the border, whether it was where we were with prices. And Trump said something that I thought was interesting about tariffs. He said this about tariffs, guys, and
American consumers who are worried that prices
that they do support this move. I love the steel makers. That's good. Of course because they want to save their businesses. U.S. Steel will now be a very valuable company. Anybody that makes steel is going to be great. Anybody that works in big steel is going to be very happy.
What do you say to consumers who are worried about prices, sir?
Oh, I don't think you're going to. No, you're going to ultimately have a price reduction because they're going to make their steel here. There's not going to be any tariff. These foreign companies will move to the United States, will make their steel and aluminum in the United States. Ultimately, it'll be cheaper, but we'll also have jobs, many, many more jobs.
Okay, so you hear what Trump said here? And I didn't realize that clip was a little low. So today he announced some tariffs on steel and aluminum. And the question is, Doesn't this hurt the steel companies in the United States? Won't this be passed on to consumers? And Trump's response to that is no. It's going to eventually help us because it'll force those companies that want to sell products here to move their companies here and do the manufacturing here. Instead of importing the steel that they use for whatever, they're going to have to set up shop in America and employ Americans because you can't outsource manufacturing jobs. See, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it sounds like a reverse Bill Clinton. Yeah, remember Bill Clinton? It was a guy that sent a lot of jobs out the door with NAFTA. So you sent the manufacturing companies overseas because it was so cheap to create products out of the country. And they didn't want to pay American workers because, well, they just wanted too much damn money. So they go over to China and other countries and create the products. That's been going on for a very long time. Well, it sounds like what Trump's trying to do was the reverse of that. I mean, I'm sure there'll be people that contradict it and say it's not a good idea, but I mean, they have to explain to me what's not good about companies who want to do business in the U.S. having to concede that maybe it's more important for them to set up shop in the U.S., put their manufacturing here, so they're treated like a domestic company of the U.S. and there's no tariff. It ain't rocket science. Once again, we're free to keep doing what we've been doing, which is watching jobs go away. We're free to keep doing what we're doing, which is watch Americans work 3 and 4 jobs, 2 and 3 jobs, Uber, Lyft, main job, Walmart, Amazon, Lyft, Instacart. Like, okay. I don't think Americans want those jobs that much. I know you keep saying that the immigrants are coming and taking the picking of fruit. Well, nobody wants to be an Uber driver. That's what nobody really wants to be an Uber driver or a Lyft driver. They do that to supplement their income. That's extra. We got people living off that, you know. We got people that are making their bills on that. So, yeah. Call me a Trumper if you think I'm a Trumper because I say, hey, bringing back manufacturing jobs in this country is a good idea. You sound like a spoiled ass elitist who don't understand that they're working class people who can use those jobs, $25 an hour or so. Because see, when I came up, you could do that. You could raise a family off $25, $30 an hour. I don't even know if that's possible now. I think both people got to work for that to happen now at $25 an hour. But it's a lot better than you don't know what you're going to make driving Uber. It's a lot better than that. It's a lot better than Instacart, depending on it, and hoping this person tips on this delivery because your car note's coming up, or the upkeep on your vehicle starting to kick you in the ass. That's it. Just some of the pushback I'm getting about things is crazy. There are people with no ideas at all. They just hate Trump, so any idea is garbage. Like I said, I don't know if Trump's ideas are going to be great or not, but we need to do something different than just listen to Biden and be led around our nose by a party that only has one note, and that note starts with an R. Racism. 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 Hey, we got to stop listening to that one note that they've been playing on us for the last 70 years. I put this out there yesterday. I'm going to say it again for people who may have missed it. Hey, I don't think I'm going to say it every show. I'm going to find a way to move it in. We don't want to hear Democrats anymore talking about racism. Talk to us about money, talk to us about jobs, talk to us about investments, talk to us about opportunity, talk to us about the things that build our lives. We don't care no more about what somebody thinks about us. Okay? I'm Viola Davis and Denzel Washington and Fences. I don't care about how you feel about me. I care that you do right by me. And that's the message we need to leave our kids with. We need to start our kids off on that and leave them with that. We cannot afford to be worried about, to be emotionally controlled by somebody's words coming out their mouth about how they feel. This whole current thing that everybody made all this money off of, this whole current thing that TYT's been eating off of for 4 years, that Roland Martin's been eating off for 4 years, this whole currents in the wilderness, current, is a distraction. Where's the money? You up here upset. We up here making, TYT up here making millions of dollars off videos about a white woman calling a guy a name for being in her neighborhood, and they're getting all this money, but guess what? Giving TYT money, watching this video, getting pissed off at this white lady who said, you don't need, what are you doing here? You don't live here. Don't change the fact you don't live there. And we need more videos about how we get to live there, or where can we go build that? Why can't we build our neighborhood up? We need to start talking economics and stop giving money to TYT and to Roland Martin Unfiltered to tell us how bad white people are. We need to be talking about how ingenious we can be and how we can build up our own neighborhoods and our communities. And what are the policies that help us do that? And stop fighting fights, away games for other groups like Dreamers and LGBTQIA. And I'm going to say it, and Ukraine and all the rest of them, because it's black people on the bottom of America. We cannot afford to be the beast of burden anymore to carry all the luggage and all the pain of all the people that ever existed on the earth. I know you weren't expecting to hear that, but there you go. You heard it. All right, let's keep going. I want to stay on topics. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know. I don't have a script. Okay. Next. Damn it. I know for some people, when I get like this, you get a little upset. You know, I understand it because you're just not ready for this type of realness. But I'm trying to tell you, the Tim Black Show is the raw truth America needs. My goal is to help black people get out of the burning house, which is the Democratic Party. That's it. We want to buy one of those window ladders so you can climb out as this house is burning, because it's time to go. And then I know it's a shock to the system. You jolted like you got hit with a bucket of cold water from the ice water challenge back in the 2010s. I get it. You're not ready for it. Next time, warn you. Okay, fine. But there's more of that to come, because reality has to set in on the whole system. And I'm just upset with people not talking common sense. We can't live off of the past. We have to look forward to the future. We don't have to be no fools. We can say, hey, this is wrong. But we don't have to live in that moment. Because the more we live in those moments, the less we're focused on what we need to do for tomorrow. All right? All right. Now, look. And look, I admit it, Donald Trump's shaking up a lot of stuff. And people do not like change. Okay? One of the things he's shaking up now, besides the U.S. aid office or aid agency, is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, that's what it's called. Okay, and look, hey, I don't know much about it. I know Elizabeth Warren started it. And I know Trump just ended it. Well, he got it to pause for a week. Yes, I know. Yeah, a week. I know, that's crazy, right? Because the way people are acting, you would have thought he literally burnt it to the ground. They're out here protesting. Let's go see our friend Audie Maxine.
Wow, wow, wow. Look at this crowd. Elon Musk, where are you? Bring your ass over here so you can see who's here and what we're doing. We're not afraid of you. We know that you are the co-president now of the United States of America.
Kind of spicy. Hey, it's kind of spicy trying to keep up with with Representative Crockett there with the spice. Go ahead now, Auntie Maxine.
But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to follow very closely what he's doing and how he has done it. First of all, we're here at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What is it? This is so important. Prior to this being organized in the Dodd-Frank reforms, consumers didn't have any place to really file complaints. They didn't have anywhere to go when the biggest banks in America was ripping them off. The student loans were being undermined. They didn't have any place to go. Why does Elon Musk want to get rid of all of this? Because he's a thief. He's a gangster.
When he says he's a thief, he's a gangster. I know people say that. I've heard other people use that type of language. Shouldn't you have to provide evidence of such? You know, I mean, you call somebody a thief and a gangster, what did he steal? I mean, if you can name some stuff he stole, that'd be good to know. Because, to just call somebody a thief and a gangster without any type of evidence. But I know, since it's Elon Musk, who gives a shit? I'm just saying, like, in general. I mean, for curiosity, I like to know what he stole. Because I will report on it if he stole some shit. But I'd have to know what it is. Maybe she'll elaborate on why she's calling him a thief and gangster.
Brings his billionaire friends along with him because they think that they can take over this country. And
billionaire friends, you mean like Bill Gates and his wife? No, those are Democrat billionaire friends. You mean like George Soros? Bloomberg. Just so many. I'm getting my billionaires mixed up. See, here's the thing, guys. Democrats got billionaires too. They never bring up the fact they got billionaires too. In fact, more billionaires contributed to Kamala Harris's campaign than billionaires contributed to Trump. No outrage. Silence. When I say that to Democrats, they never say shit. They say, but those are the good billionaires. Look, man, you can't get out the Matrix if you don't know you're in the Matrix. That's why they call it the Matrix.
And Trump has said, you give me enough money, you can have it.
President, regarding the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Democrats, including Elizabeth Warren, have said that by freezing it, it's giving big banks and giant corporations the green light to scam families.
Pocahontas, the faker. That was set up to destroy people. She used that as her little personal agency to go around and destroy people. And she's a fake. Just like she said she was an Indian, and she wasn't an Indian. You have more Indian blood in you than she has. She went to college based on the fact that she was an Indian. She got jobs based on the fact that she was an Indian. She's a fake. That was set up to destroy some very good people, and it worked. I mean, it worked. A lot of great people. I'll tell you, before I ever heard the term, people would come up to me in the Midwest and areas that say, "Sir, I'm being destroyed by them." They use that to destroy people. She's a nasty woman. She's a really nasty woman.
When you say destroy people, Trump, are you talking about working people? Who are you talking about? Who getting destroyed by this? Who's getting destroyed by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? It'd have been great if he would have spent some of the time telling us who these people are, because I will report on that once again. Right? I would say who was getting destroyed. Like, I would point out the people that have been harassed by this government agency. So you got two things going on. You got on the Democrat side saying you need government to protect you from corporations. And on the Republican side, just say, no, you need Democrats to stop harassing honest Americans trying to make a couple dollars. And depending on when you fall on that may determine how you feel about the issue at hand. But what I'm saying is, I got a feeling both sides got some dirt on it. And Trump didn't even mention that the damn bureau's, it's upside down, like it's not balancing its money well. which is the whole reason why it's shut down for a week. It's not shut down for a week for anything he's mentioning. Technically, it's because its budget is all out of whack. Yeah, like they owe all this money to the federal government. So for all the protection it's been doing, the money ain't adding up, and I support. But let's keep going.
Despite her phony beer commercial. Now, we did the right thing. That was a very important thing to get rid of. And it was also a waste. I mean, number one, it was a bad group of people running it, but it was also a waste. If you looked at when she really ran it, wow, that was a vicious group of people. They really destroyed a lot of people.
Hey, you know, I don't mean nothing for nothing. I will keep going, but it doesn't sound like Trump knows a whole lot about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Yeah, I've been around for a while. When somebody like won't let you ask a question and then they repeat the same thing they already said, kind of try to run the clock out on what they know, because it's kind of like at his extent of what he knows. Now, nothing from nothing. Trump man got the word that this place needs to be shut. Now, after watching this clip, maybe I'm kind of getting a feeling like maybe it might be sticking it to Elizabeth Warren a little bit here. And also helping some friends. Yeah, just based on the body language and the articulation of the issue. Yeah, when you can't be explicit. Like, I can tell you why I think, I can tell you why, Burger King doesn't have the best burgers. I can tell you, oh, well, that flame bro shit is kind of played out. You got In-N-Out Burger, you got Five Guys, you got, there's a lot of burger places, that make a better burger. And, this is just a basic, like when you're barely beating the Big Mac, like, come on, like Big Mac is like not even real food, but yeah, now's the age of the new food. And this court, Burger King, see, I could go on, I can tell you why that Burger King ain't a good, but if I was just like, well, what do you think about Burger King? I say it's just not good. This is not a good burger. It's not good. Yeah, they do bad business. The guy runs it. It's got weird fingers. His fingers, are dirty. Fingernails are dirty, and it's got this bad over comb over thing going on with his hair, and like you'd be like, what? Because if I didn't know anything about Burger King, I wouldn't have anything to say. I'd have to word salad you. See, Trump's word salads, it's kind of different. He attacks. Hey, look, I'm not even saying, look, it is what it is. We got to keep it real. Hold on a second. We got to keep it real. Oh, you thought I was going to just go along with everything? No, not in all cases. I'm giving Trump an opportunity to shake up things in D.C. I'm giving him an opportunity to shake up this the federal government. I don't like the way things are going. Once again, the people that I'm advocating for are working people that are sitting on the bottom of the system. So if you're going to shake up the system that we're already sitting on the bottom of, now's a good time because we're on the bottom. And we need to get off the bottom. So let's shake it up. I got people defending people that are coming to this country. Meanwhile, while the people that built the country are sitting on the bottom, and they're defending the people coming into the country, and they can care less when I tell them that those people rise above us. They come in at a higher plateau. They come in at a higher level than we do. And they don't have any problems. My so-called blacks with the Democratic Party do not give a shit that Black people who built this country for free against our will are sitting on the bottom while their party brings in new people that sit above us. Now, if you are part of that group, don't you ever talk to me about pro-Black. Don't you come up here, start talking reparations. Don't you come up here, start talking about pro-Black this, and I like Kendrick Lamar, and I like this. No, fuck out of here. You are a coward, and you are caping for the Democratic Party. That's what you are doing. With friends like you, who needs enemies? With brothers like you, who needs brothers? With sisters like you, who needs sisters? Bump that. From a nationalistic point of view, we got a better shot with the white supremacists, so-called white supremacists, right? Because from a nationalist point of view, at least we Americans, we got that in common. You rooting for non-Americans. So I got to stick it to you. But that does not mean we don't tell the truth. See, you can tell the truth and still not be a Democrat. Let's keep going.
It's interesting, Lance, because this agency that we're talking about right now has, over the years, returned nearly $20 billion to American consumers. So how is shuttering it good for Americans?
Well, where did that $20 billion come from? Fining financial institutions, suing small businesses out there? That's their record of what they've done. I mean, that's some would argue that they've increased prices. That's what their whole purpose is, to fine financial institutions and all of that good stuff. So I think
they
that
act
was
as actually guardrails. They're actually what the federal government does. They act as guardrails to make sure that actually when they're trying to defraud the public, that there is a federal. This is literally what they were there to create it to do.
They were suing small businesses in Chicago and taking them to task for over minor stuff. I mean,
illegal stuff or just minor stuff?
Minor stuff. That is a fact.
But that's what you're saying. It's minor stuff. But they've also managed to protect.
Take the money away from financial institutions. That's what they were built on. This was designed and created by Elizabeth Warren, one of the most far-left senators in the country. And so, yeah, absolutely.
So you're actually like just yay banks, yay big business. Let's have no oversight whatsoever. Is that?
Well, no one's saying there's no oversight, but I'm saying if Wolf's talking about $20 billion, where is the $20 billion coming from?
Who's supposed to have the oversight, Lance? Who's supposed to have the oversight?
That's what we have a government for, but we can have a government
but
have oversight in this country
if you get rid of the institutions that do it, then who's supposed to have the oversight, Lance?
So we'll just create new agencies and they'll take $20 billion out of our financial institutions.
So the plan is So the plan is what, to create new agencies?
Look, there's obviously a
So Donald Trump is now in the government, right? So he is the federal government. So if you're suggesting there should be no oversight, then what is going to take its place?
What are you talking about? No oversight. I'm discussing where the $20 billion is coming from. It's coming from financial institutions, which has a direct impact on people who have funds at those banks. That's absolutely what happens. That's absolutely what this agency's been doing. There is obviously a difference of opinion in terms of this agency and what it should be doing and who's holding what accountable based on the Trump administration. And yeah, they're trying to shut it down. And again, this is yet another fight that they're ready to have.
Well, you know what? I think this the CFPB. I gotta say, the CFPB is probably the biggest indicator that I've seen so far of the dividing line between Trump's interests with corporations and with Wall Street, and that of the interest of working people or investors. Okay, so just from my point of view, from what I have already, I can see this is not something I love. Because, now, when you say small business, I'm there. I'm a small business owner. I understand small business. But I don't think the CFPB is going after small media companies. We're talking about people with financial instruments. We're talking about banks. Banks foreclosing, for instance. Is that what we're talking about? Let's be very specific. I need more information. But when you start talking about banks, when you start talking about investment capital, investment mechanisms, things of that nature, now we're talking about the big-time lobbyists and those other things. And I can see what Trump, he might have a vested interest. He might have friends that have a vested interest in seeing this go away. That doesn't mean I want you meddling with everything a small business owner does and giving basically the IRS on steroids to go after companies and find them into oblivion or out of business. But yeah, I need more information to find out. But I can tell you from the outside looking in, I don't like this. I don't like it. Now, the $20 billion came from somewhere. Tell me where the $20 billion came from. I don't think you could find $20 billion out of Black community at all. Like $20 billion out of Black businesses would be a tremendous amount of money when you consider, we're only like $1.9 trillion. That's the overall amount of money we're working with as a people in this country. Even Hispanic Americans are 2.3 trillion. So we don't want to talk about white money here. But I don't know, just kind of interesting. I had to find out more. But just on the basics, right, from a larger view perspective, I'm not in love with this. I don't love this. Now, Department of Education, I'm interested in seeing, because the states, I don't know exactly what Department of Education really does. It doesn't really control what you do in the school, but it has an overview over the curriculum. I don't get it. And I can see why they divvying up money. Give it to the states, let the states have at it. We need to be more active in our states. We need to be more in control over who's in the state. Because the Department of Education is hired, the president appoints someone. We don't have any say in that. But on a state level, you can vote. On a state level, people are more, we can be more on hands-on. We can be more engaged. So, yeah, but with this, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, yeah, I'm not liking anything that puts banks ahead of small businesses or ahead of people. I'm not with it. That's it on that particular topic. That's it on that topic. But overall, there has been this thing, like, it's kind of mind-boggling, right? Because you hear Democrats now, they're talking about, they're pissed off that Trump wants to cut the size of government. And it sounds like crazy talk. It sounds like you got Democrats on one side of the issue going, we need government to save us. And we got Republicans on the other side saying, no, we need to be saved from the government, right? And it seems very cut and dry, but not so long ago, Democrats were talking the same way. When I say not so long ago, I mean like 2 minutes ago. Take Mark Cuban.
Is shining down on America, and Democrats can't take the heat. Not too long ago, they thought shrinking the government was a great idea.
With changes in technology, the ability to evolve to government as a service, as a libertarian, I think we can reduce employment in government by at least a third, reduce the overhead and administration by that much or more, so that we can offer more to services for our citizens.
But now that Trump's making cuts, Democrats are defending waste, fraud, and abuse. The deeper they dig, the worse they look. Doge pulled back the curtain, and now there's no going back. While most of the country makes an honest living, pays a lot of taxes, government vampires are bleeding us dry, making six figures from corrupt government subsidies to fluff up their resumes.
Yeah, and I get it, and I think Mark Cuban is a hypocrite for that. I do. I believe that, he was once upon a time doing that, saying that we need to cut the fat, trim the fat. Why is he now going the other way on this? Yeah, I guess because now he's no longer a libertarian. He's a Democrat. He's even thinking about running for president. So now his rhetoric has changed. Now his point of view is changing. Look, and I'm not against somebody growing and morphing and from their experience becoming a different type of person. I'm different than I was 5 years ago. I'm no longer closely associated with, the left. I'd always had problems. Guns, was one of the issues I always had problems with when it comes to the left. I grew up in environments where people own guns for their protection, for their life. And I got people that have no experience in that at all, talking about we need to get rid of all the guns. And I know, for instance, that I knew from my experience, ain't no damn way we got more guns than people, lady. Oh, guys, people, fam. That ain't gonna happen. What you gonna do is take guns out of the hands of people trying to protect them damn selves. Meanwhile, the bad guys gonna have them anyway. That's how that happens. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I don't have a problem with people changing their tune. It's just, I don't know. It just seems hypocritical when you can't admit it. Why come like a Mark Cuban couldn't say, we used to be that way, now I'm a different guy. And here's why. Here goes CNN, Scott Jennings talking with Bakari Sellers. on this same topic?
Look, I think this is absolutely America first. It's needed policy, and it's what people have been asking for years. And honestly, politicians have talked about doing this for a very long time. The only difference is they never do it. You've had presidents from both parties say, I'm going to make the government smaller. I'm going to go in and look at the bureaucracy and make it more efficient. I'm going to trim where I can, trim the fat. No one ever does it. Reports are written, committees meet, people have phone calls, press conferences are held, and nothing ever happens except the government gets larger and larger. Lo and behold, Donald Trump shows up and throws out the sledgehammer, the instrument of destruction, Elon Musk, to actually do it and do it at lightning speed. This is precisely what voters have been demanding. Is he going to break a few eggs along the way? That's fine. They'll have plenty of political latitude to do it because the action is what's wanted by the American people. Well, I think certainly Republicans are going to support what effectively amounts to the most aggressive and needed government audit we've ever had, no matter what agency it is. So, yes, I think the party is by and large going to support this. I mean, I think the Pentagon is an agency that absolutely should be looked at like any other. I don't want Elon Musk or anyone else going in and saying we need to shrink the size of our military or somehow reduce our national capacity to wage war or defend the nation. But you can't look at a bureaucracy this size and tell me that there is not waste, fraud, and abuse that could be ferreted out if somebody like Elon Musk and his team were willing to go in and do it. Of course they're going to find things. They'll find things in every single agency. And I think the American people are asking for that. And I have no doubt that you could get.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with anybody going in, not anybody, but I don't have a problem going in and saying, look, you need to take a look at the government agencies and find out where costs can be cut or where they're wasting our money or where people are padding the books or whatever's happening. I think that's something that is mandatory. And you would think it was already been happening. You would think this is not something new. You would think Democrats would not have a reason to push back on an audit. Like, we got people reporting this as if this is sacrilegious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something totally wrong with saying, where's the books? Balance the books. You got to balance your books. I got to balance my books. It's called taxes. You know, one of the biggest expenses for being a small business, just so y'all know, is the damn taxes. It's the damn bookkeeping. That's my biggest expense. More than my cable. More than the upkeep of this damn internet connection and the computers and the lights. It's the damn taxes. Biggest bill. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I got to pay to get that shit done constantly, or the government comes for my neck. So you mean to tell me that these small businesses like myself have to be more vigilant than the federal government? Yes. Yes. If Democrats are making that claim as if y'all don't own businesses. Well, I'm telling y'all, if you go along with that, you own some BS. Because that ain't the real world for working people. It ain't the real world for small business owners. That being said, it's a little rich. It's a little rich for Scott Jennings to be talking as if there ain't some fat to be cleaned or cut away from the Department of War. I don't think we need all those damn bases all over the damn globe. Yeah, we could cut some of that military spending. We spend more on our military than anything else. We spend more on our military than the next 10 countries combined. And Scott's talking about waste and fraud. Now, how about we cut down with some of them bases and get it down to around, I don't know, instead of 5 times more bases, maybe twice as many bases. maybe that'd be what we do. Instead of, in 80 countries, you just being, we're one country. Maybe we only need to be in 10 countries or 20 countries. Maybe only the countries in the European Union. Instead of 80 countries or whatever crazy number of countries we have military bases in. That's a good question. Hey, Siri. How many countries does America have military bases in? That's what I'm sorry, I was right. I was short, actually. 85. So Scott Jennings won't go out on a limb and say, maybe we don't need, since we cutting costs, maybe we don't need to be in 85 countries to have bases there. Maybe we could cut it to 15 or 20. But nah, say it's talking about bloat. I think it's a bloat to have that many bases. Anyway. But once again, you know, the voice of reason has to be, yes, audit's fine. It's good to audit. No, we don't need a bunch of extra bureaucracies and red tape. We don't need that. But let's also go here. Let's go here, guys. I saw a comment that said Black America. Black Americans, they're more a threat because of what's going on with Elon Musk. Because Black Americans over-index on government jobs. And I'm sure somebody at some point is going to say this to me. They're going to say, Tim Black, what about black businesses? What about black employees? Black employees and black contractors at government jobs. You used to be a contractor, Tim. Used to be a federal contractor, Tim. What about you guys? A lot of federal contractors here in the D.C. area. It's our number one business, number one line of business. It's government contracting here. So what about them? That's going to impact Black Americans more. Why do we have so many black people employed by the federal government? Because it's harder to discriminate. And see, this is what my conservative friends, this is what some of my, it's what some of my libertarian friends don't get. When I start talking about discrimination, they get turned off. They don't even want to hear it. They start talking about dumb shit like victim blaming. They're goofy. They say, Tim, if someone's getting discriminated against, all they got to do is go file paperwork. All they got to do is sue. We should have discrimination. Yeah, we shouldn't have a lot of things. We shouldn't have people still catching VD in 2025, but people do. We shouldn't have people running stoplights, but we do. Some things we should not have. I'm talking about the current condition of what we do have. And what we do have is the fact that Black Americans are not getting jobs with the same qualifications. Don't talk to me about stupid culture shit. Don't talk to me about hip hop. Don't talk to me about someone's pants sagging. I say when we have the same grades, we have the same business experience, the same work history, we're still not getting the jobs at the same level as white people, even when we had the same qualifications. That's called discrimination. Okay? So that's the reason why federal government's easier to track. It's easier to bring a suit. There's more mechanisms in order. There's more mechanisms at your resource so that you can file a claim against that. So there's less of it. There's less discrimination because there's more checks and balances, more so than the NGOs, non-government organizations. So what we got to do is got to find a way. We have to find another way for Black people to be able to get their money besides just federal contracts, besides just working for the federal government. And if they are going to work for the federal government, we need to clean out what's not working, what's ineffective. It's two things that have to happen here. It's the truth. We have to do a better job because everybody can't work for the federal government. Maybe, I'm not saying do away with those jobs, but we got to be honest and got to say there are people, and if you work in the federal government like I've worked as a contractor there, you'll know there is a lot of bloat. There is a lot of people getting paid chilling. Not saying that's you, but it's a lot less of that in private industry because it's a lot easier to get fired. Just my point of view on that. But I want people to know that I am aware of what's going on, and I do see what the issue. And I'm not neglecting it, and I'm going to look more into what's the proper response to that? What's the proper view on that? And maybe that's something we can continue to have conversations about. But I cannot be against auditing agencies that are running off our money. They're running these agencies off our money. It's not money from the sky. They use that money in the budget to say this is what we have to invest. And even if you believe in MMT, modern monetary theory, it's still, they have a number that they say we're using. And if they say, well, this is the number, and if you go over that number, we're done, then you're still in a position where you have to manage that number and you can't waste that number, whatever you get that number from. Some say we can print as much money as we want. Doesn't matter. Okay? My thing is we're still working from a set of numbers. So if the IRS or if the Pentagon, for instance, who ain't never balanced a damn budget, can just spend willy-nilly and doesn't matter what they spend, well, putting them in check would be a good idea, I think. And we can reallocate that money to places it needs to go. So Donald Trump's, with all you guys, the hammer's used for everything, may not be the best solution for all problems. But Biden's solution of not doing nothing, the Democrats acting like there ain't a problem. Meanwhile, at the same time, remember, we sitting on the bottom. We're sitting on the bottom this whole time. Whether it was Biden in office or Trump in office, Black America been sitting on the bottom. That's what's been consistent. So shaking it up is an option that may move some pieces around that give us they may give us an alleyway to making some changes. I don't know, man. I tell you, it's not like, man, you get a choice in this anyway. I mean, elections have consequences. I don't know why the Democrats and why the people that voted for Biden and Harris like a gun was to their head think that, I guess they just assume that things get to go their way no matter what. But, sometimes Republicans are going to win, particularly when you have a horrific candidate like Joe Biden handing the ball off to a even more horrific candidate, Kamala Harris. We had nothing interesting to say. Oprah's endorsement withstanding. All right. Oh, man. I got a couple more clips. These are short, though, but I want to bring this up, guys. Hit the like button if that made any sense. Is you guys tracking on that? You know what I'm saying? Is that tracking? We cannot keep doing what we've been doing. What we've been doing isn't working for us. And us as Black America and working class Americans, I think they feel the same way. That's why they rolled the dice on Trump for a second go. They had Biden. If they wanted a similar Biden regime to continue, they would have kept Kamala. They didn't want the same thing. So you can take that how you want to take it. You can say it's because she's brown. You can say it's because she's a woman. But that was the outcome of the election. Man, what do y'all think about term limits? Seriously, what do you think about term limits? I know that's crazy out the park. You weren't thinking, like, where did you come up with that? No, seriously, what do you think about term limits? I think we need them. I think we need them. I think, Jesus Christ, did you see this?
No one on the Republican side in the House and Senate who control both the House and Senate is going to speak up and challenge us.
Folks, this brother buffered. Representative John Lawson, Democrat out of Connecticut. I think it's the 7th district, Connecticut. He's 76 years old. He's been in office since 2000. His elevator got stuck live here. We need to talk about term limits. We got to talk about what Americans, our government, what are we doing? I mean, I don't want to make fun of this guy. That's not the purpose. We all getting older. There's nothing we can do about that. I mean, there is something you can do about it, but I would not recommend it unless you're ready to go. So it's inevitable. We all get older. But it just seems like I see more and more of this. And I don't know what the federal, what the plan is. Like, it seems like we look the other way and we just let people so we keep people on our team in office. What the hell is this? Come get the guy.
But we need to protect America.
Nobody moved. Nobody moved. Look at them. Are they all stroking out at the same time? Is this a stroke off?
Americans' privacy and their social security.
His battery is running down live. Go get this man and take him to the seat and cut the fucking cameras. That could be my dad up there. What is wrong with these? I'm telling you, man, these people do not care about one another. They care about power and donor money. They don't give a shit about one another. You know, this guy had an emergency. If he's not by himself, you would think he's by himself because someone's moving to help the guy. No one moved.
40%
What are
all Americans.
Is this a still image I'm looking at? Folks, I didn't even watch this whole video. I watched the beginning where he stopped. And I said, okay, I'm going to include it. I'll be able to make my point. I intentionally don't watch some things all the way through because I just want to be able to react for you in real time and be myself. And we both have a good time. I have fun doing this show. You have fun watching the show. You don't feel like it's stale and prepped because it ain't. I had no idea they did this to this guy. I mean, how much longer do they do this?
Americans. Social Security.
The lady's not even raising her head from the plate. This other woman's typing. The one woman won't stop messing with papers. The guy leading it, sitting under the flag, I guess who's running the show, he ain't got nothing to say. What are we doing? With friends like this, you don't need enemies.
Is the basis for their retirement and their retirement savings. And for 28 million Americans, Social Security is the only thing that they have. And that's why we have to make sure.
That's why we have to wrap it up. Fail. This is a disgrace, Johnson.
That we are protecting it.
Come get him.
As well.
Somebody come get John. That's what I would get up and go get the guy. Hey, John, come here, bro. Come with me, man.
The gentleman's time has expired.
No shit. Literally, his time is expired. Literally, his time is up. This is ridiculous. You know, like I said, man, this is not to mock this. I'm not mocking Mr. Larson. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, I'm tired of seeing these dinosaurs out here like this. Just do something. Go to Florida. Go boating. You and Biden. These people don't care. They'll have you die in office if they can get a yay out of you when they need it or a nay out of you when they need it. They do not care about you. Party of the people my ass. Anyway, guys, I don't know. Let me know, guys. You think term limits are a thing? Should they be a thing? Should we make them a thing? Should there be an age max? I don't know. Should there be a cutoff? Or can you be in Congress till you're 100? You know, we're going to have a Feinstein rule. What are we going to do? Are we going to do anything here? You know? All right, that's it. Is that all? I think that's all I got, John. That's all I got. That's enough for one day. Thank you very much for tuning into the Tim Black Show. Let's go to comments, folks. And by the way, yeah, we'll do that. Jesus Christ. Black Mamba in the house. Thank you, Black Mamba, supporting the Tim Black Show. Order your Tim Black mug right here. Go to timblackmug.com. Thank you, Black Mamba, for your assistance. Popo Naya Shelley, always using black to push their BS agendas. This is why the Democrats stay losing. Good. Yep, exactly how I feel. Megs came through once again with what she does best. She's so reliable on this. Thank you, Megs, for what you do. I appreciate you. And of course, we have the revelator of indifference. This is pathetic. They're going at Musk because they think he's an easier target. True. Yeah, that people were talking like he's going to steal Social Security numbers. I mean, just the dumbest pushbacks. The dumbest. He has a tech company. He has Twitter, X, and other like. I don't think he needs. They're trying to make it seem like because he's from Africa, you know, he's going to scam them out of their Social Security numbers. Like he's going to scam them out of. They're tripping, man. He's saying, he's ever. He's going to try to get us Social Security numbers. He's going to take our bank accounts. Cool. Yeah, okay, that's what's going to happen. That's what they're doing. Look, I'm not saying we got to trust Elon Musk to do whatever. But like I stated, if Price Waterhouse was going over the books, they'd be complaining still. It's just complaining about Elon is easier. But if anybody was going over the books so they cannot control, the Democrats would be complaining. It does not matter who it is. I wish the Democrat-friendly people would see that. They don't care. Yeah. It's the same game no matter who's playing. All right, guys. Thank you very much for this. Good show. Thank you, Tim Black's Wolfpack. What my people saying? Hit the like button, guys. I'm sorry. Hit the like button. Kathy Sanders, thank you for reminding them to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let people know that the Tim Black Show was in the house. It helps us in the algorithm. Our goal tonight was 400. I have no idea how close we got, but I appreciate y'all. I do remember Sharon Brown says, back in the day, our Social Security numbers were our IDs on our paychecks. Yes, they were. I was part of that squad. You know, Generation X, stand up. Yep. Oh, here we go. Free shipping for the coffee mugs at timblackmug.com. Yes. Gotta love free shipping. Yes. People don't like to figure that out. They want it to be the same price. So, yeah, it's just, thank you, Black Mamba. I appreciate you. Anything else, guys? Anything else, Buck, Black Mamba? We good? All right, people. I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Come back tomorrow to get new content. But I'll see you Wednesday for a new show. I got nothing but love for you. Remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread. All right? The Tim Black Show is where you go for the raw truth America deserves. Our mission is to get black people out the burning house known as the Democratic Party. You, my people, much love. I'll see you on the next one. And as I always say, where are my ladies? Much love, Valerie.